This conference will now be recorded.
Last Friday, we are learning about charge codes related setups. Okay. Anyone has practiced and anyone has any doubts on this charge codes before going to start session regarding charge codes? So if you remember, let me recap what we have discussed on Friday. So you can enter like charge codes, transportation charges by vendor. If it is vendor is arranging, then it is item and vendor will be posted. If it is transportation charges is like providing by third party vendor, then it will be posted to the ledger account. If the transportation charges is should not be included to the cost price of the item, then you need to map ledger account. Okay, so this last Friday we have understood, and then we went into GST. Okay, fine. I think we are discussing on GST. Okay, let me go back. The sales tax related information we are discussing. So we understood about this information, am I right? Last Friday. So now let me explain you the step-by-step process in the taxation. The step-by-step process, what are the step-by-step processes required? Okay, and let me show you first the impact, how it will work, the transaction data. Then we'll discuss on what are the setups required. Let me close this one. Let me recap what we have discussed. So let me go to sales order, accounts receivable, orders, sales orders. Click on new sales order. Click on new button. Select the customer and select site and warehouse. Click OK. Select the item. Okay, now look at this one in the drop down. So if you go to the setup tab, here sales tax group is mapped. Sales tax group is mapped. Then if you go to cell tab and if you verify the tax area page, sales tax, tax is not coming anything. Look at this one, it is blank. If in case, if you map item sales tax group, suppose I'm removing this one, I'm mapping item sales tax group. I'm mapping item sales tax group. Now if you verify cell tab and tax, sales tax, it is blank. If you map both sales tax group and item sales tax group, both, okay, If you map both tax groups, sales tax group and item sales tax group both, then if you go to sales tax, then it is coming both taxes. Means last Friday what we have learned, if you go to sales tax, so as we discussed is the intersection between A and B is we understood like 6 and 12 sets. We learned in this one in 8th, 9th, 10th standard sets. In the same manner, sales tax group and item sales tax group, and then sales tax group and item sales tax group, common or intersection between these two will be posted as a taxes. Okay, the common or intersection between these two will be posted as taxes. Understood? Any concerns here? Any doubt? So now the tax is calculating now because I have mapped sales tax group and item sales tax group. I have mapped sales tax group and item sales tax group both. Then I'm proceeding like packing slip. So confirmation is not mandatory. If you want, you can map it, you can do it, sales order confirmation like purchase order confirmation, but it is not mandatory. It will verify the credit limit. What is this credit limit I will discuss with you later, but it will verify credit limit function functionality. So I'm proceeding now. I'm confirming. Click OK. Next, packing slip. So at the time of packing slip, there will not be any taxes postings. Taxes postings will not be updated at the time of packing slip. It will post to only the item price. It will post to the item price only. Click OK. Okay, if you do invoicing, it will post to the like taxes also. Let me do invoicing and let me show you the postings. Tax accounts will be posted at the time of invoicing. Click OK. Now if you verify the journals and invoice voucher, look at this one, the taxes also posted. It will post to the sales tax and customer account. So customer account balance is updated, sales tax is posted 413.725 and customer is updated with 1900 plus taxes I need to collect from the customer. So this is California sales tax payable, because whatever I have collected the taxes from the customer, I need to pay to the government of authority of California. Here it is California Tax Authority. Okay, if you remember, as I told you, in USA it is the taxes whatever you have collected, the full amount you need to pay to the government of authority. Okay, the taxation in the world, in India, whatever it is there before 2002, whatever the tax calculation is there, that taxation is in USA. So let me recap. In USA, taxation is, suppose at the time of purchase order, 10 quantity at the rate of 100, it is 1000, plus tax is suppose 120, it is total 1200, 1120. If it is at the time of sales order, the same quantity I have sold at the rate of 150, then it is 1500 plus 12% tax. 12% tax means this one is 12 means suppose 180, then it is 1680. So in India we are going to pay tax 180 minus 120. We need to pay only $60 in India, 60 rupees. Okay, whereas in USA you need to pay the entire tax 180 to the government. Understood? Any concern here? Any confusion? Anyone unmute and let me know, are you able to hear me my voice or not? Anyone? Okay, so now it is tax is calculated for another. What are the sequence steps you need to map in the system? Sequence steps means the first step is you need to create vendor account. In vendor account means in accounts payable module or procurement sourcing module, you need to create a vendor account. Second step is sales tax authority. Sales tax authority. What do you mean? So let me take duplicate. Let me cancel here. Under tax module, you need to go to tax module. Scroll down, tax module. So here sales tax authorities you need to create. In USA it is California Tax Authority, first one. We need to map vendor account. And Colorado Tax Authority, Washington DC Tax Authority, Florida Tax Authority, Georgia Tax Authority, okay, Illinois Tax Authority. Like this you need to create tax authority name. While creating this one you are mapping vendor account. So you need to create sales tax authority. In India, Karnataka Sales Tax Authority, Telangana Sales Tax Authority, Tamil Nadu Sales Tax Authority, whatever it is there, you need to create. Just I'm comparing India versus USA. So authorities you need to create. Okay, of course in India the taxation is different. In GST it is completely different, but I'm just comparing the taxation, because you need to take license from each and every state, like say like GST number you need to collect. So you need to approach government of authorities in Telangana. If you are planning to establish, you need to approach government, Telangana government, and then you need to collect. you need to get the GST number. Fine. Authority you need to create, means from to where you are paying this amount. Next one is sales tax settlement periods. Sales tax settlement periods. Sales tax settlement periods. So our next step is sales tax settlement periods. Here in this you are mapping authority name. You are mapping authority name and you are mapping from date and to date. From date and to date, like this. Chicago quarterly and Colorado quarterly. If it is monthly, it is monthly. If it is quarterly, it is quarterly. If it is yearly, it is yearly. So here Washington DC, it is yearly mapped annual. So from date and to date. Okay, while mapping here, look at this one. You can map months and 3. If it is monthly, you can select months and 1. And if you click on new period, look at this one. It is 2018, like October 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2018. If you click on new interval, it is creating automatically because I have set up here months and 3. If you map months and 1, it will create monthly, because I may do mistakes while mapping. So that is the reason it is allowing to map like this. Understood? Any confusion? You can define like this. So the first step is vendor account and select in this other. Second step is authority, sales tax authority, and select the vendor account, the above vendor account. And here, while creating sales tax settlement period, select sales tax authority. Sales tax authority. Okay, like this you need to map. Next one, ledger posting group. Next one is ledger posting group. Where it is available means in the same tax module. Here it will not be there. Here it will be there. Ledger posting groups. So you need to map the ledger account. Sales tax payable account, because I need to pay to the government of authority. Washington DC, Florida, Georgia, whatever it is there, you need to map this sales tax payable because you need to pay to the government of authority. If it is like some other countries, normally the taxation is like this: payable like collected tax from customers minus paid tax to the vendors. If it is like this, then what happens? One more receivable account also will be paid, will be there. So let me show you. So if it is some other companies, some other countries, the taxation is like this: general ledger collapse, ledger setup, general ledger parameters, So here sales tax tab, I will write down the step. This is apply sales taxation rules. This is for USA. If you remove this checkbox, then it is not USA for normal. Now if you go to ledger posting, if you refresh, look at this one. Receivable account also will come into the picture. This is at the time of purchases, whatever you have paid tax, that is receivable. And at the time of sales, whatever you have collected from the customers, you need to pay to the government of authority. Okay, the difference between these two will be paid to the government of authority in India, kind of thing. Understood? So because of this checkbox, this is for USA, this enabled, this will be enabled. If it is enabled, then only at the time of customer transaction, whatever it was collected from the customer, those you are going to pay to the government of authority. So receivable account is not there. Receivable account is not coming. Okay, that is, let me write down the path. So general ledger setup, general ledger parameters, sales tax tab, and select the relevant taxes. What do you mean by this? Means here company to company, country to country, it will be changed, the setups. You need to select. Okay, so the first one is, this is important, one more important, and I will come to this point also later. This is consolidation sales tax is applicable for USA taxation. Okay, that will like it is completely for USA taxation, and I will come to this point after some time. Okay, so you need to map the relevant taxes based on your requirement. Fine, now we are learning USA taxation, simple like standard taxation we are learning. So we have to map this ledger account, sales tax payable account, we need to map. And sales tax receivable if applicable. Because for USA it is not applicable. Okay, next, once it is defined, this one, next step is in the tax module, next one is sales tax codes. You need to define, sales tax codes. So while creating sales tax codes, look at this one, you are mapping sales tax settlement period which you have created just now, and ledger posting group, and sales tax settlement period, both you need to define or you need to select. So sales tax codes you need to define. While mapping this here in this sales tax codes, you are selecting settlement period, you are selecting ledger posting group. Select settlement period, comma, ledger posting group, comma, and enter the value. What is the value? Means the percentage. So here you have defined, suppose California tax authority tax settlement period and this one, and inside the percentage it is 7.25. how it is coming means in the sales tax code values, here you need to define the value. So you need to define the value, that's what here we are mentioning. So like this, AVCAST, it was created, California retail product, and then California, Chicago retail product. Like that, there are so many tax codes you need to create. Okay, once it is defined, so while defining this one, try to remember, try to make 0.01 rounding precision. Try to map like this. Otherwise, you will get errors like 20.56. 20.56 does not balance because rounding precision is most important. Of course, in the sample data, it was not mapped. At least you need to map 0.101. Fine. Sales tax codes are defined. Next, it is whatever the tax codes are applicable, those many tax codes you need to apply. You need to create. Once it is defined, you need to create sales tax groups. Sales tax groups, and you need to define map sales tax codes. Let me show you. Next one is sales tax group. In these sales tax groups, here we are mapping, suppose California. So in this AV caste, HR caste, SP caste. One is California state retail product tax. California hours means service tax, something parts, spare parts tax. Differently it is there. And in the same manner, Colorado. So AV COST means CO means Colorado, whatever the way you want. So Florida, it is AV FLST, AV HR FLST, SP LFST, FLST. So whatever it is there, you can create the tax codes. So as I told you, if you remember, in USA, it is each state has different tax, 3 taxes. So those tax codes you are defining here. Understood? Like Michigan has different tax. So sales tax groups you need to define. And once it is defined sales tax groups, this should be mapped here. And map this one, map this sales tax groups. This sales tax group should be mapped to the customer or vendor. Customer or vendor. What do you mean by that one? Let me show you. If you go to the customer account, accounts receivable, customers, all customers, so if you go to the customer account, if you go to the customer account, scroll down, invoice and delivery fast tab. Here you are going to map sales tax group. Because this customer, where it is belongs to, whether it is a California customer or Colorado customer or Washington DC customer, you are defining. That's what here in the customer or vendor, invoice and delivery fast tab. Sales tax group. Okay. Next, so the same manner you can map to the vendor account also. Accounts payable, vendors, all vendors, So if you select the vendor account, so if you go to invoice and delivery fast tab, same manner. Here, invoice and delivery fast tab, you are mapping the tax codes. Okay, give me a second. It is increasing percentage. Okay, invoice and delivery fast tab, you need to map. That is sales tax group. Next, item sales tax group. Item sales tax group. Next step, here item sales tax group is there. So you need to define item sales tax group all, and you are mapping all taxes. So if you remember, for USA, the design in such a way that will map all tax codes for item and relevant sales tax group will be here. Whereas in India kind of countries, all taxes will be mapped to the customer or vendor if it is item based, and item tax group will be mapped to here. The behavior is changed. Okay, so all tax codes are mapped. Once it is defined, item sales tax group, once it is defined, then you can go to released product, item master. So product information management, collapse all products, released products, released products, released products. Okay, in this, if you go inside item master, so here in the purchase fast tab, you can map item sales tax group. This is for purchases, and for sales it is sell tab. In sell tab you can map sales tax group. Okay, so you need to select the sales tax codes. Like this you need to map. So if you map all these things, whenever you are creating a sales order or purchase order, if you are creating a sales order or purchase order, suppose if you are creating a sales order, then you are selecting customer, click on new button, click on new button, select the customer, select the customer, select the warehouse. So as soon as selected customer, for the customer, whatever the taxes, sales tax group is mapped in the customer account, whatever we have mapped, whatever it was mapped in the system, that will be populated automatically in the sales order line details. In this setup, here it will be mapped automatically. It will come automatically. It will be defined. It will be derived or defaulted. If you select item, then in the item master, whatever the sales tax group is mapped, that will be populated here in the item sales tax group. Now, why are it is not coming means for the customer and item I have not mapped. That is the reason it is not coming. But in real time scenario, this sales order creation will be done by sales department, sales and marketing department. They will do it. Packing slip will be done by stores department. Invoice will be done by finance team. So while doing invoice, they will verify whether it is perfectly mapped or not. If it is not mapped, they will verify and they will modify. But in real time scenario, it will be automatically populated from customer and item. One is customer and then one is item. In the same manner, vendor, item. Understood? Any confusion here? These are the setups you need to map. So these all are in tax module. This you know already, vendor.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Usually, this portion of work would be done by even trade and logistics people also, right? Or only finance team?
No, it is finance responsible.
Okay.
Because sales team or the logistics team, they don't know about this taxes at all.
Okay.
And one more thing, sales order creation and packing slip will be done by. So actually, sales order process is sales order creation. This will be done by sales department. They don't know this one, taxes. And packing slip will be done by stores department. The delivery, these people also don't know about the taxes. Only invoice will be done by finance team. Understood? That is the reason we are mapping here. In the customer, we are mapping sales tax group. For item, we are mapping item sales. It will be automatically defaulted. Understood? Any confusion here? Okay. While creating a new company, I will show you once again the setups so that you can understand clearly. And let me proceed now. So we understood like how to create a sales order, and I have verified it is how it is posting. If it is a purchase order, it is not a tax account. It will be posted to the expenditure only. Let me show you purchase order. It is expenditure only. Purchase order means sales tax means definitely it will be posted to a normal like a sales tax account, whatever it is there, it was mapped. But whereas purchases, it will be expenses only. Let me show you this one, how it is working. Click on new button. Select the vendor. Select site and warehouse. Click OK. Select the item. Suppose for time being I'm making 1000 so that easy to understand the taxes. So now sales tax group, whatever it was mapped in the vendor account, that will be populated. If not, it will not map. So it is no tax, but let me map into some sales tax group. Suppose I'm mapping California tax authority. California taxes. Suppose this vendor is located in Fabricam Electronics is located in California, and item sales tax group I'm mapping all. Okay, now click on save. Now if you verify sales tax, it will show you sales tax calculation properly. Because I have mapped both sales tax group and item sales tax group, it is showing properly. Okay, if you verify the totals, if you verify the totals, 1000 plus whatever the tax is there, it will show you here. Thousand plus 217.50. Total it is 1217.50. 1217.50. Okay, let me do confirmation. Okay, fine. Now let me do product receipt and invoice. Product receipt and invoice. So you can enter the product receipt number, whatever the number you have received from the vendor, and enter the document. Now let me post. So at the time of product receipt, there will not be financial postings. Financial postings will be there only for item related, but not tax related. It was posted. Okay, let me do invoicing. Generate invoice button. Sometimes it is a little bit slower, please bear with me. So enter vendor invoice number, date. Now update mass status. If you verify the totals, it is 1000 plus 217.5 something. It is there, whatever is that showing. Look at this one. Okay, total 1217.5. But now let me post here. It will be posted to the expenditure, but not to the ledger account, sales tax account, because we have not mapped any receivable account. This is whatever you have paid to the government, like whatever you have paid to the vendor account, that is receivable amount for your tax. If it is receivable, otherwise expenses. So invoices, journals, invoice, voucher. Voucher. Voucher is not showing. You know, like if you want to see the voucher, what we have to go? What we have to do? Where we have to go?
Periodic tasks, general entries not open.
Periodic task, general entry is not yet transferred. In real-time scenario, production server or client server, it is not required, because that batch job is keep on executing, not required. Now if you verify the refresh, so here look at this one. It is sales tax also posted to cost of goods. It is purchase expenditure, whatever it is there, it was posted to this account, because it is expenditure to the client, because it is, you cannot claim this amount in USA. Understood? If it is in India, it will be like a receivable account, because whatever you have paid to the vendor, that is receivable account. Means you need to deduct that amount from the tax collected at the customer. But whereas here it is expenditure. So in this case, it will be included the item price and the cost price. The cost price will be included in the system, because it is expenditure. It is an expenditure. Understood? Any confusion here? So if you want, you can verify the vendor, the purchase order number. It is, what is the number? 184 purchase order. If you verify the transaction, 184. It is expenditure is give me a second. It is 217.50, because it is expenditure. It is a cost to your item. Got it? Any questions, please? Any doubts? Any clarifications? Okay, while doing this one, we have including checkbox also. Means, what do you mean by that? Including means you have one more option here in general ledger parameters, ledger setup, general ledger parameters, include taxes checkbox is there. Amount including, look at this one, sales tax. Amount includes sales tax. What is this amount includes sales tax? Means 1000, the tax is there. Suppose this is including tax, then it is 925 or 935 or 850. Suppose 850 is the original amount plus tax is 150. If you want like this, yes, that is possible. It is including tax. You can enable this checkbox, amount including sales tax. Then in the transactions also it will be populated. Suppose if you go to the purchase order, it is every transaction it is there, including checkbox. If you go to the purchase order, so if you go to the header, in header you will find amount including sales tax. So here in the setup tab, amount including price including sales tax. So if you enable in the parameters level, it will be populated automatically. In the sales order also it will be the same, like if you go to the sales orders, amount including sales tax will be there. Then it will be reverse calculation will be done. The taxes will be calculated in reverse. So if you go to here, last one, so in everywhere amount including, amount excluding, means by default whatever the parameters level it was mapped, that will be populated. Here I have not included, so that is the reason it was not included. So if you go to the header level, it is there, checkbox. So you can go to downside, price including sales tax. Every transaction will have. Suppose we'll do this one transaction and I will show you practically how it works. I'm clicking on edit and I'm enabling amount including sales tax. I'm enabling amount includes sales tax. Okay, I have included amount including sales tax. Now go to lines. So it is sales tax, like item price is 1900. So you are going to collect total 1900 only with including tax from the customer. Then it will be reverse calculation will be done. Let me show you this one. In setup tab, I'm mapping item sales tax group all, and sales tax group is California. Any tax you can map it. California I'm mapping for time being. Okay, now if you go to cell tab, you will find sales tax amount. It is reverse calculation, 1900 multiply with 21.5 divided by 22.5 divided by 125. Reverse calculation. 7.25, 7.25, 7.25. 1900. The calculation is like this. little bit tricky, but accountants, they know, or business people, they know very well. 1900 multiply with total tax is 21.75, 21.75 divided by 127 point, sorry, 120 121.75. Then there is a tax 339.4 or something divided by 3. It is 113.14. Okay, little bit tricky. I will write down the calculation. Understood now? Look at this one. You are entering 1900. The sales price is equal to 1900. Now it is including. So taxes are, total taxes is 21.75. Okay, then tax amount is equal to 1900 multiply with 21.75 divided by 100 plus 121.75. This is the calculation. This is a formula reverse calculation, the tax amount calculation. So let me do this one, calculator once again. Give me 2 minutes time, please. So it is 1900 multiply with 21.75 divided by 121.75. It is 339.42. Divide by 3 because these are 3. That is the reason it is 3. 113.14. That's what here it is showing. Understood? Now we can do the post packing slip and invoice. Let me finish it in 2 minutes. Please bear with me for another 2-3 minutes only. Post packing slip and invoice. Let us see the taxes, how it is posting. Click OK. Click OK. Invoice, generate area page, invoice button. So click OK. Once it is posted, we will verify the postings. Click OK. Now if you verify the invoice, journals invoice voucher. Okay, if you verify the voucher, it will be posted. Only we are collecting 1900 rupees 0.01 paisa because 0.1 paisa is rounding difference. It was key. It was rounding to 1900.01 paisa. See, it is taxes are 339.43. Understood? Revenue is 1560 only, not 1900, because you have enabled including tax. Any questions, any doubts, please? Anyone has any doubts on this calculation process?
Sir, in the packing slip, we cannot see these tax related postings, no?
No. At the time of packing slip, there will not be any postings.
If we include the amount in the sales tax in this transaction also, we cannot see.
Sorry, come again.
We have included the amount in the sales tax now in this transaction. Here also we cannot see the tax related postings in packing slips, sir.
No, it will not be. In packing slip, it will post only the amount related to cost price. Normal only. It will not post to the packing slip. Will be updated with only item cost, but not taxes. If you verify, if it is enabled the checkbox, it will be posted to packing slip postings, but it is only item price. You cannot understand the packing slip taxes postings will not be happened at the time of packing slip. No postings. Only item price. This is only item price. Okay, that is across the globe. No customer, no client will ask for like taxes at the time of packing slip. At the time of invoice only.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. Any more questions, please? Anyone? Any more questions? Anyone, please? Understood?
Question.
Yeah.
Sir, this in foreign currency revaluation, when I enter the exchange rate difference manually, still I cannot view the voucher or transactions in a foreign currency revaluation.
So first you need to enter and then you need to run the foreign currency revaluation. Once it is
I
run,
I
yes,
entered
please.
its exchange rate. I entered manually for GBP versus USD.
Okay. And
Again,
we'll do one thing. Tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, once the session is started, I will make you presenter, share your screen. That will be helpful to everyone what is went wrong.
Okay, sir.
So we'll verify tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Share your screen and we'll verify your screen, your system, and let me show you where it was missing or what is the problem and what is the solution.
Okay,
Fine?
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So everyone need to practice the way how she is doing. I'm expecting everyone. Of course, I know like many people are practicing. I'm very happy, but I don't think so. Like all people are practicing. I need you to practice with the system and come back to me with the errors. Let me know so that I'll take your I will look at your system and I will verify if it is any issues or any solutions. What is missing by you? I will explain you. Okay, definitely. Any more questions, please? Anyone? So if nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time, 8 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye bye.